Try to come forward as much as Allahu Akbar.
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 Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
آمين.
هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. 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 الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. قل يا أيها الكافرون لا أعبد ما تعبدون ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد ولا أنا عابد ما عبدتم ولا أنتم عابدون ما أعبد لكم دينكم ولي دين. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونتوب إليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. الله أكبر 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 ولله الحمد. الحمد لله الذي جعل هذا اليوم عيدا للمسلمين. All praise is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. With His divine support, with His tawfiq, and with His permission, He let us make it to this day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, قُلْ بِفَضْلِ اللَّهِ وَبِرَحْمَتِهِ فَبِذَلِكَ فَلْيَفْرَحُوا هُوَ خَيْرٌ مِّمَّا يَجْمَعُونَ. Tell them, all mankind, the only thing worth making you happy is the favor of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the favor that could make us happy is Islam. Islam that will make us understand what is the purpose of our existence. The most important issue in human life is that one. For men to realize the main purpose of their existence in this world, and for men to realize it is inescapable the day that we will stand in front of the one who created us and answer the questions. It is the day of Eid. It came upon us again the way it did last year. And last year we said, أقبلت يا عيد والأحزان نائمة على فراشي وطرف الشوق سهران. O Eid, you came, and when you came, you found sadness sleeping on my bed, and that bed is our heart. من أين نفرح يا عيد الجراح وفي قلوبنا من سنوف الهم ألوان. Oh Eid, we want to laugh, we want to be happy, but how? There's a lot of sorrow and sadness in our head, in our hearts. من أين نفرح يا عيد الجراح وفي دروبنا كتب قامت وجدران. How can we be happy in a day like that when we're supposed to be, while there are so many barriers in front of us? من أين نفرح والأمة الغراء نائمة على سرير الهوى والليل نشوان. How can we be happy while we see ourselves sleeping on the bed of desire, not the bed of ibadah and taqwa? من أين والمسجد الأقصى محطمة آماله وفؤاد القدس والهال. How can we be happy from since 15th of May 1948 and Masjid al-Aqsa's dreams not coming into the reality yet, still waiting? How can we be happy? من أين نفرح والأحباب ما اقتربوا منا ولا أصبحوا فينا كما كانوا. How can we be happy? Why? The people who we love, some of them has gone. And the people who we love, some of them are not talking to us. They are not coming to us. They are not the way they're supposed to be. We want to be happy or hate, but it is hard. If it is on our faces, not in our heart. But we should. We should, because the Eid has to come, and it came. And it will go the way Ramadan has gone. Ramadan, if you don't know what it was, we should remember now. It was a month in which we have been told to be so good to the extent that if somebody say bad to you, swear at you, abuse you, remind yourself with God. Hold in the soil, I'm fasting. I will not deal with you out of anger or emotion. I will deal with you with Islam. That was Ramadan. And we have to keep that up. If you didn't know what Ramadan was, it was a month which carries so many man in it. The man that carries 1,000 man in it. How? Because Laylatul Qadr is in it. وَلَيْلَةُ الْقَدْرِ خَيْرٌ مِنْ أَلْفِ شَهْرٍ. That night only is better than 1,000 man. That is the month of Ramadan. If you don't know what it was a month in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us to be proud with the best we can have in our heart. And what is that? لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ. The taqwa. The taqwa, which is the pillar of our deeds. The only reason why Allah accepts what we do is the taqwa. And that is the only way to make what we have done accepted. Because He said in the Quran, إِنَّمَا يَتَقَبَّلُ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will only accept from the people who have taqwa in their heart. Why you did that? Is it because of taqwa? Yes, Allah will accept it. If not, we have nothing out of what we have done. The taqwa, which is the criteria of honor in our life. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. The only way to have karam, to be noble, to be great in this dunya, is to have taqwa. Without it, we have nothing. And we have been through the course for 29 days, which is a month in Islam. If you don't know what Ramadan was, it was something like that. The month in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent down His wahy for our well-being in dunya and akhirah. Ramadan came as usual and it left. And we don't know, in this moment, have we been accepted, so we congratulate ourselves, or have we been rejected, so we condemn ourselves? We don't know. But always, the hope is the candle that will lead us to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have the hope in Him. We remember what we have done in the month of Ramadan. If we have done something wrong, all we need to say, رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا وَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Oh our Lord, done wrong to ourselves. And the only way for us to prosper and not to be among the losers is if you forgive us. And that's what we want. We have been through the month of forgiveness, the month of mercy, and it was a training. And whatever we have achieved in the month of Ramadan, we have to be very careful to keep it up. And remember, the purpose of this course is to make our heart alive for the next 11 months. We remember what Al-Hasan al-Basri, Sayyid al-Tabi'in, who used to say after Ramadan, Ya qawm, O my people, al-mudawama, al-mudawama. Keep on going. Keep up with the good deeds, with the good way. Don't end it with the end of Ramadan. It's not meant to be like that. فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ لَمْ يَجْعَلْ لِعَمَلِ الْمُؤْمِنِ أَجَلًا إِلَّا الْمَوْتِ. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He did not make an end for the good deed of a believer except death. The only thing that will stop us from reading the Quran the way we used to do in Ramadan should be death. The only thing that should stop us from coming and praying Jama'ah in the masjid, in Subuh and Isha, and keep the beauty of the masjid the way it was in Ramadan. The only thing should stop us should be only prayer. And we should not be, as we always say, we should not be the Ramadani people. We should be the Rabbani people. People who will be on their way to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Ramadan and outside Ramadan. Tarahalta, Ramadan is gone. Tarahalta, ya shahr as-siyam bi sawmina. وَقَدْ كُنْتَ أَنْوَارًا بِكُلِّ مَكَانٍ. O Ramadan, you have taken our fasting and our qiyam in your container and you have left. You have left. You used to be a nur in our houses. You used to be a nur, and we saw it in the month of Ramadan. Many of non-Islamic practices stopped in our families, in our life, in the month of Ramadan. But with the departure of Ramadan, that nur should stay. Otherwise, that is the proof that our Ramadan is not accepted. How do we know? Because the training didn't work. You gave it up after the Eid straight away. We went back to the same bad habits. The same habit that we used to do online with shaitan. So to make sure that our fasting has been accepted, we take the course into our life and keep the good work we used to do during the month of Ramadan. Ramadan has gone, but the taqwa should stay. And this is the time, how stubborn we are. We remember one thing. Last year, many people who prayed Eid here, they didn't make it this year. Last year, many people who could not pray Eid because they used to be sick, they made it this year. And we can learn from this. We are healthy today, sick tomorrow. We are alive today, dead tomorrow. The same thing happened to Ramadan. It came and it's gone. And it's a very difficult moment to let it go. Someone who will die, something who will die. But to keep this love in our heart, we remember what Ramadan taught us. Ramadan taught us to learn and know how to solve our conflict without violence, without hatred. To know how to solve our differences with respect. Ramadan taught us and made us know how to act without self-interest, how to love without condition, how to live without fear, and how can we live without fear? Only when we fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there will be no more fear in our heart from anything else in dunya. We get this in the month of Ramadan. Ramadan taught us to ignore our previous experience and move into this moment, the moment of now, and be ourselves and realize that we came into this world in this way, at this time, in this place, to know who we are and to create who we wish to be, to create ourselves to be those who Allah is happy for them to live on earth with the ibadah. All of this we learn from the course of Ramadan. The man that used to make the Prophet ﷺ himself, the man who has been forgiven for everything, beginning and end, yet he used to stand up more than anybody else. He used to do dhikr more than anybody else, and he told us to follow his footsteps if we want to be safe. In a month like this, it is time for the mature people, the serious people in life, those who want to put their bits and pieces together to serve one thing, to serve their deen, to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is time to take ourselves into a meeting in which only one person is invited for this meeting, and that is me, and that is you, only by ourselves. sit down and make a serious dua after going through so many years in our lifetime. Some of us in their 20s, some of us in their 40s, some in 50s and 60s and more. It is time for us to consider this ayah in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us the personality of a mature human being who is learning from the madrasa of life. The madrasa that we will never graduate from until Malakul Maut takes away the secret of life from our body, our soul. And then we look back at everything we used to deal with and say, I didn't realize I'm going to leave you one day like that. I loved you. I loved my house. I loved my cars. I loved my friends, my furniture, my job, my money. I loved my children. And here I am now. My soul has been left up, going up, and I'm looking down there. Everything I used to live was a dream. It is time to reflect on this ayah when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reminded us how much our mother suffered. The woman who Allah used as an accommodation for us for 9 months, Allah used her for us to come into life. وَوَصَّيْنَا الْإِنسَانَ بِوَالِدَيْهِ إِحْسَانًا حَمَلَتْهُ أُمُّهُ كُرْهًا وَوَضَعَتْهُ كُرْهًا. We have enjoined on man and told him to be good to the parents, especially the man who bore you with hardship and deliver you with hardship. وَحَمْلُهُ وَفِصَالُهُ 30 شهرا. And she has to go through 30 months in order to breastfeed this child and carry this child in the arms that long. 2 years. And then what? أَنِ اشْكُرْ لِي وَلِوَالِدَيْكَ إِلَيَّ الْمَصِيرُ. To be thankful to me and to your parents. And then describing the intelligent human being. حتى إذا بلغ أشده وبلغ 40 سنة, until when this person reaches the year of his strength, the age of his strength by all means, specifically 40 years old person. What this person says to themselves, Rabbi, oh my Lord, now I realized, أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأصلح لي في ذريتي إني تبت إليك وإني من المسلمين. Oh my Lord, put my bit and pieces together, my knowledge, my strength, my youth, my wealth, and everything in my existence. Help me focus with all of that to worship you, to be thankful to you for what you have done to me, and to be thankful to my parents for what they have done to me, and also make whatever you will bring out of me good people. This means our children. We pray for them to be good people, people of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh my Lord, from now on, I'm serious in my tawbah. If some people are still closing their eyes and going through life blindly and follow their low desire, I'm not one of them. I'm serious when I said astaghfirullah. I made mistakes, but no more. Especially keeping me alive so long. And the only reason you kept me alive is to wake up before it is too late. إِنِّي تُبْتُ إِلَيْكَ وَإِنِّي مِنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. If mankind are divided into 2 groups, those people who say no to you are not among them. And with those people who say yes to you, I surrender to you and I submit to you. I will live my life according to your way. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised, أُولَٰئِكَ الَّذِينَ نَتَقَبَّلُ عَنْهُمْ أَحْسَنَ مَا عَمِلُوا وَنَتَجَاوَزُ عَنْ سَيِّئَاتِهِمْ فِي أَصْحَابِ الْجَنَّةِ. وَعْدَ الصِّدْقِ الَّذِي كَانُوا يُوعَدُونَ. These are the people of success. These are the people who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward them and accept the best they have done in their life and forgive the worst they have done in their life. These are the people of paradise who are waking up before it is too late. We have been begging in our dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to keep us alive until Ramadan. We made it until this day. But as usual, we know it. The differences we have every year, it will be there. It will never end, we can say it. It will make it like that. But we are told what to do when these differences come. We need to be very careful in our comments. We need to have our akhlaq with us. And we need to remember, why did we fast? To fear Allah and don't talk about our brothers and our sisters in their opinion. They are ulama, and when ulama make a decision, we must respect and we must decide which alim we will follow, because both of them on their path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who are making a today and tomorrow, the only things they are following is what the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam said, Sumu li ru'yatihi wa aftiru li ru'yatihi. You start or end with the moon sighting. They all believe in God. But the method is what makes them have the two is scholar opinion. But the problem we're seeing every time, someone like me or other people who have no knowledge at all, listen to a talk from here and here, and then start attacking the ulama on the street. What did you base on to do this and that? This is a real jahiliyyah. We have no respect to the Mufti Council. Those people who Allah has chosen for us to lead us the whole year. And in the end of the year, we don't know even the meaning of the hadith, and the strength of the hadith, and the figure of the hadith. But this is what happens. But the main problem is when we fail in the end of Ramadan to have taqwa and start accusing each other. I'm the only one who knows the Sunnah, I'm the only one who fear Allah, and the others know nothing. This is a sign of the Jahiliyyah. We don't want to be around these people. The only thing we want is Allah accept those who are alive today, looking in today or tomorrow. Otherwise, there's no other purpose. Many people who are saying that Jesus Christ, He came for mankind to take the pain away, they are causing pain for mankind today. That was the poet said, Ya hamil al-a'lam, Ya hamil al-a'lam an hada al-wara, kathrat alayhi bismika al-a'lam. Oh Jesus, you took pain away from this world. In your name today, a lot of pain came back, but there still needs to be name. خلطوا صليبك بالخناجر والدمى كل أداة للحمام وآلام. They mixed the cross that the claims that you have, they mix it with guns and swords and bloodshed all over the place in your name. This some Christians have done in Jesus' name. Also some Muslims, they use the sunnah of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, ready to misbehave and become arrogant and careless and causes division to the Ummah of Muhammad in the name of the Sunnah. But after all, إِنَّمَا يَتَقَبَّلُ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. If you have taqwa when you spoke, when you argue, and you are one of those people who are candidate to argue, Allah will reward you because you are a scholar. But if you don't have that, we save our tongue from this fitna and don't start arguing in the car parks, in the streets, backbiting the ulama. If we eat the meat of the ulama, we will die because the ulama milk is poisoned. And when we backbite, we are eating the meat. We fear Allah and we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us, and we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we say truly, أذهبت الظمأ وقتت العروق ثبت الأجر. We say نعم إن شاء الله ذهب الظمأ. The thirst has gone from our throats. وقتت العروق. Our throat is fresh now. We are eating and drinking. But what we worry وَثَبَتَ الْأَجْرِ إِنْ شَاءَ اللَّهِ. The only thing that has worried, did Allah accept my fasting or not? But we say yes because we have the hope in Him. Keep Ramadan alive after the 8th day, and go back to the people who you never spoke to the whole year, and talk to them, because Allah told us to do so. If we didn't do that, it means we are saying the divine teaching is nothing compared to my emotion. And once we have this type of heart, it is a sign of Adab. To make the Eid alive, we go back to the family and the relatives and start the visit with them, inshallah. And remember what the Prophet said, وَخَيْرُهُمَا الَّذِي يَبْدَأُ صَاحِبَهُ بِالسَّلَامِ. The best among two of you are good, but shaitan tries to play games. But the best among two of you is the one who goes to start to say, Assalamu alaikum. The way that creates peace between the heaven and the earth. And we need to give it to each other in this day. It is time to give up our ego and our emotion and give up shaitan's method and follow the method of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is time to let it go and forgive. كل عام وأنتم أقرب إلى الله كل عام والتقوى جديد في قلوبكم كل عام وأنتم أحبابنا كل عام وأنتم بألف خير. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن العظيم وجعلنا وإياكم من الذين يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. اللهم أحسن ختامنا وأخرجنا من الدنيا مسلمين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
عيد مبارك. مبارك.
عيد مبارك brother. Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Alhamdulillah. It's my friend can you? He's learning Islam.
Okay.
So I just wanted to introduce him to the Imam.
Yeah. Inshallah. Yes.
Inshallah.
Yeah. But you have to go there. it was.
Mother, what are they doing now?
Games.